Hey, what's up YouTube? It's ReallyRick, and a friend of mine who goes by the name of Chadidle on YouTube is someone who was in my guild, and I know her as Lintworms from my old guild, Defiant? Anyway, she left a comment and wanted to know what my first sexual experience was, and for me to make a video about it, so I thought, what better place to do that than my lovely bed and the sheets that you all hate? So, my first gay sexual experience was 9 days before my 19th birthday. I was a late bloomer. His name was Jason Walker. He was blonde and he was totally hot, and he was the first guy I ever had a crush on. And I think I got up enough courage to finally ask him out, and so we decided to hang out in San Francisco that night and drive around and stuff, and then we were going to go back to my coworker's house named Jeff. Now Jeff had a total crush on me and wanted to sleep with me, but I was still a virgin and I was nervous and I just didn't want to do that. So me and Jason drove around San Francisco, and it was like kind of a foggy, rainy night, and we did crazy things like stopped in the middle of the street and ran and touched the Transamerica Pyramid for good luck, and you know, we would go up the hill and then he would let off the brakes and we'd like speed down one of the hills and something. It was crazy. And then we drove all the way down to Half Moon Bay, which is a beach area, and we kind of hung out at the beach for a while until the park rangers came and told us we had to get out. So we called Jeff and we're like, okay, we're ready to come over, and he all of a sudden had a change of heart and he's like, no, I don't want you guys coming over. So we couldn't go back to my place and we couldn't go back to his place. So we ended up near San Francisco International Airport, and we checked into some Super 8 lodge, and it was like at 1 o'clock in the morning, and the guy at the front desk was like, you know, how many beds do you want? And we just said one, and I was like, okay, it's totally gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen tonight. So we get into the room, we go right to bed. Now he gets in his boxers and gets completely under the covers. Me, I lay on top of the covers with all of my clothes on because I'm so friggin' nervous. And he's like, dude, that makes me uncomfortable. You've got to like at least do, you know, relax. So I got I got undressed, and then I just got under the top cover. And he's like, dude, that's still not gonna work. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have sex tonight. So we got under the covers, and of course we started making out and everything. And he was the first guy to ever give me a blowjob. And I remember just like grabbing the bedpost, like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I think I came really quickly, but I like stayed hard, and I'm like, can you do that again? And so we did it again, and that was like technically my first time. And I was like, you know what, I want my first time to be special. I want it to mean something. Even if like the guy and I get into this big, huge fight later, I still want it to always be special. And that's how I felt it was. In fact, we were driving home the next day, and Tony Braxton's Breathe Again, I think, came on the radio, and I was bawling because I was like, it was so beautiful. But now the first time that we had sex, we were at his apartment, and his apartment has a view out the window of this particular church in Castro Valley, California. And I'm going to try online to find a picture of it, but basically there's these big, massive 3 crosses on a hill. And so I remember we were on the bottom bunk of a bunk bed. Janet Jackson's song Throb was playing. And he tried to put the condom on, but it was like awkward because it was like too small, and then I didn't know about lube, and I didn't know where to stick it really, like, or how. And so I'm fucking him to this song called Throb, and I'm looking out the window, and staring at me in the face are these 3 huge crosses. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm going to hell, because, you know, I was raised Catholic, and First Holy Communion and everything, and so I just thought it was really kind of awkward, and I got off, and then I tried to give him head a blowjob, and I'm like, I don't know if I like this so much, that part. But so long story short, we ended up breaking up because he was cheating on me, and I bawled for 10 days and listened to I Will Always Love You for 10 days and everything. But that was my first sexual experience with a guy anyway. So there you go, Lintworms. I hope you guys are doing good in WoW. We're still working on trying to get 3 drakes down. But anyway, that's my story, YouTube, so I'll talk to you later.